In a world on edge, a single statement can send shockwaves across continents. Just days ago, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made a stunning announcement: Ukraine would support the Philippines if its sovereignty was threatened. This wasn't a backroom whisper. It was a bold declaration on the world stage. For a nation under siege, Zelensky's offer seemed almost paradoxical. How could Ukraine, fighting for its own survival, extend help to a distant nation? The answer: shared values. Democracy, sovereignty, and the right to self-determination can forge bonds stronger than geography. Ukraine, locked in a brutal land war, reached out to the Philippines, facing maritime pressure in the South China Sea. Two nations, separated by oceans, united by their struggles against larger, aggressive neighbors. Zelensky's move defied conventional geopolitics, signaling a new era where alliances are built on principle, not proximity. The world is watching as the Davids of the world band together against the Goliaths. This is just the beginning of a new chapter in international diplomacy. President Zelensky has become a global symbol of resilience, but his message is evolving. At the Global Security Forum in Singapore, he didn't just plead for help, he offered it. Addressing world leaders, Zelensky spoke of a universal struggle for a rules-based order. He offered the Philippines not just moral support, but practical expertise: drone warfare, cyber defense, and maritime strategy. This was no offhand remark. It was a calculated diplomatic move. Zelensky is building a coalition of democracies, arguing that threats to sovereignty anywhere threaten stability everywhere. By reaching out to the Philippines, he globalizes Ukraine's cause and reframes his nation as a security partner, not just a victim. The impact was immediate. Delegates whispered, journalists rushed to report. Was a new bloc forming before their eyes? Zelensky challenged the world to see the interconnectedness of its conflicts. Ukraine's narrative shifted, from a nation seeking help to one offering strength. It was a masterclass in modern statecraft. The conversation about global security has changed forever. To grasp Zelensky's offer, look at the parallel struggles of Ukraine and the Philippines. Ukraine, since 2022, has fought a brutal war of survival against Russia, mastering asymmetric warfare and innovative defense. The Philippines faces constant harassment in the South China Sea, gray zone conflict, not full invasion, but relentless pressure from China. Both are democracies resisting authoritarian neighbors with imperial ambitions. Both fight to uphold international law, Ukraine for its borders, the Philippines for its maritime rights. Their struggles are geographically distant but thematically identical. Ukraine's offer is a partnership, not charity, sharing hard-won expertise in cyber warfare, disinformation, and drone technology. This isn't about sending troops, but about sharing knowledge and the spirit of resistance. For the Philippines, Ukrainian experience could be invaluable in deterring aggression. It's a new kind of alliance, born of mutual understanding. On a map, Ukraine and the Philippines seem worlds apart, different continents, cultures, and histories. But in today's world, geography no longer dictates destiny. This partnership is built on a shared geopolitical reality. Both are front lines in the global contest between democracy and authoritarianism. Drawing a line from Kyiv to Manila connects the two main fronts of 21st century sovereignty struggles. For Ukraine, it's a way to break out of a European context and pressure China by supporting a nation in its sphere. For the Philippines, it's a chance to diversify alliances and access battle-tested expertise. Imagine Ukrainian experts sharing sea drone tactics or cyber defense strategies with Filipino counterparts. This bridge is more than symbolic. It's a conduit for real cooperation. It turns distance into opportunity. In the fight for freedom, distance is no object. The alliance redefines global security for a new era. It's a bold statement. Principles, not proximity, now shape alliances. Why would Ukraine, fighting for its life, offer help to another embattled nation? It's solidarity born of shared experience. Both know what it's like to face a larger, lawless neighbor. But there's also strategy. Ukraine's security depends on a world where sovereignty is respected everywhere. If the principle is lost in the South China Sea, it's weakened in Europe too. Supporting the Philippines reinforces the global norm of sovereignty and invests in a rules-based order. It's also smart diplomacy. Ukraine broadens its appeal beyond the West, countering Russian and Chinese narratives. By reaching out, Kyiv builds new alliances and reduces reliance on Western partners. There's a shared anxiety about the Russia-China partnership, which threatens both Kyiv and Manila. By forming their own alliance, Ukraine and the Philippines create a counterbalance. They signal to Moscow and Beijing, your actions are forging new coalitions against you. This is strategic alignment born of common threat. The Ukrainian-Philippine partnership sent ripples through world capitals, drawing sharp lines of support and opposition. In Washington, officials praised the move as bold democratic solidarity, strengthening alliances against Russian and Chinese influence. For the U.S., it links the conflicts in Europe and the Indo-Pacific, supporting the Philippines without direct involvement. Beijing's response was swift and negative, warning against outside meddling and accusing Ukraine of exporting conflict. Chinese media called it a reckless stunt, but behind the rhetoric, there's real concern. This complicates China's South China Sea strategy. Moscow dismissed the offer as a publicity stunt, but the frustration is real. Ukraine remains a defiant actor, forging new alliances. These reactions reveal the new global fault lines. The US and allies see a network of democracies. China and Russia see containment. This single announcement is a Rorschach test for the world's geopolitical landscape. It forces nations to show their hand and exposes deep divisions. The world is no longer watching isolated conflicts. It's witnessing a global chessboard in motion. The pieces are being rearranged in real time. The world is changing. Old certainties are gone, replaced by fluid, unpredictable alliances. Zelensky's offer to the Philippines is more than news. It's a symbol of this transformation. Conflicts are no longer contained by geography. Alliances are built on shared values. Middle powers are shaping their own destinies, forging innovative partnerships for security. The Ukraine-Philippines connection is a blueprint for others threatened by larger neighbors. Solidarity and creative diplomacy are powerful weapons. Leaders must now answer new questions about their stance on interconnected security. The struggle is about principles, not just territory. The handshake between Ukraine and the Philippines may be the first of many. The world has heard the call for a new collective security, and it will never be the same.